right, y'all. I'm joined today by a very special guest. You know him. He's super famous. Andy from Bitcoinsensus. Bro, we were talking before the stream. We have not collabed since August 2021. That's crazy.
Exactly, man. Yeah, long time, long time. So this collab was very much needed. And I have some people in my community that absolutely love you. And they were saying, hey, when are you going to do a collab with Jason? And I'm like, it's coming, it's coming. So now is the day.
Yeah, same here, man. People have been asking for it. So how's everything going, man? Like, how's the YouTube channel been? The bear
Yeah, I mean,
market?
you know the deal. Bear market, views have gone down, subscriptions have gone down, but hanging around here, this is the time to get excited, right? Because the next 6 to 12 months could be the best opportunity to scoop up some low prices on crypto. And, that bull run is inevitable, in my opinion. Basically, there's so many good things coming around the corner, right? Such as, Bitcoin spot ETF. We have the Bitcoin halving in April of 2024. Is the money printer going to go on in 2024? Interest rates going to go down? There's a bit of a mixed sentiment because they say that the recession is going to start kicking in aggressively in 2024 as interest rates go down. But I'm still excited. Bull run 2024, 2025, 2026. It doesn't matter. Whenever it comes, we are day trading, right, as well. So
Yeah, for sure. So you're in the camp that there's going to be a bull market. You're prepared for it. Um, I know the counter arguments, the recession's coming in. Bitcoin's only existed during a worldwide bull market. Now we're going into the recession, worldwide economic collapse and all this. I'm putting my eggs in the bull market basket, man. And to be honest with you, although I know it's a risk, it's a calculated risk. This is the pattern that I've been doing for the past 3 cycles now. So, for me, I'm just going for it one more time. If I take a hit, I take a hit. You know, Unfortunately, a big chunk of my portfolio just got stolen. So I'm down 10 Bitcoin right now from what I was a month ago, which is crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. What happens? I only got hacked once. It wasn't that much though. It was just a few Ethereum. So um, it is what it is, I guess. It must happen to most of the people, even though people that just like you and me that been in the space for many years. It just, if you're not careful with some certain details, it can happen.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people they've been like saying, "Oh, what an idiot." You don't even know about cold storage. It's like, of course I know about cold storage and I have multiple hardware wallets. It's just you get lazy and you think, it's not going to happen,
Yeah.
and as you're stacking over time, you kind of forget that, oh, this is actually a lot. I better take it easy. But you know what's interesting, Andy? The same day I got hacked, within those 3 days, I'm pretty sure like another YouTuber, was it Crypto Zombie? I forget one, some other crypto YouTuber, Mark
Uh-huh.
Cuban, even Vitalik Buterin, their wallets got drained. Do
Wow.
you think this could be some kind of coordinated attack to bring in regulation or something? What do you think?
Wow. I mean, this is very interesting that you point this out because, I mean, what if it's a coordinated attack, from government even, right? Or something crazy like that.
From the
Like,
government, yeah.
like really conspiracy theorists. Who knows? I mean, they are definitely, going hard on regulation, especially on, in the US. Now, UK is like pretty hard on crypto. ByBit, you cannot trade with ByBit and on the UK now, and they're going pretty hard. And they would actually, if you start promoting any of these crypto exchanges, you would even go 2 years into jail. So that's, they're going pretty hard, like in, you know, so coordinated
Yeah.
attack is definitely possible, man. It's definitely possible. Yeah.
Super interesting. They want people to want, I guess, the regulation. And, in my mind, reflecting on everything that happened to me, it's like I learned an expensive lesson, you know? And freedom is risky. Self custody of your own money, being your own bank, it's risky, but it is freedom. And if you're gonna make a stupid mistake, you're gonna have to get burned and learn from that mistake. And then next time you won't make it. You know, I think to myself, if things were more regulated and I could just call the nanny government to come help me out here, you know, I wouldn't have learned such a valuable lesson. So it's definitely there's pros and cons to everything, you know, self-custody,
Absolutely.
there's
Yeah.
pros and cons, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have different friends, old friends that want to get into crypto, and they actually want to put a significant amount of money inside, you know, and they ask me always, "Hey, can I just give you the money and you deal with it?" And I'm like, you know, "Hey, I'm not a fund manager, you know, I deal with my own stuff, and there is risk on this, so I can teach you how to do it. I can teach you how to have your wallet, how to buy it, and you know." And sometimes explaining this to these people, or sometimes they're like really like old school techie guys that they just can't, that they're not responsible. They'll probably write the 12 or the 24 recovery phrase on a piece of paper with a pencil and like, oh, is that enough? And like, no, you know, if you lose this, or if you take a screenshot, or if you're not responsible and, you know, with your crypto, you will lose it, and there's nobody that you can go and claim, you know, that you have lost it, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a big responsibility, man.
It is interesting, and you know, most people are not ready for that, which is why we're going to see regulation and even things like the Bitcoin ETF, which is bullish for Bitcoin in the short term, but you know, in the long term, it's leading us down a path that the original Bitcoiners definitely didn't want. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Because, you know, that ETF, you know, basically they're buying spot. So, but you're not having full custody of that Bitcoin, right? So the Bitcoin is being bought, but it is BlackRock in this case that is holding the real Bitcoin. So they have
Right.
the power. You know, it's like the bank, right?
It's a
They're the
bank,
bank.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is a bank.
So
So, you know, Bitcoin
at
was
the end of
created to get rid of the banks, and now we have people
yeah.
like Sam Bankman and BlackRock acting as the bank. So it's quite ironic.
Yeah.
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 So how's the trading been going, man? Like, I'll be honest with you, this bear market, it's really it's been good trade wise for me. Like, there's been a lot of really nice Bitcoin trades to take, and I've been honing my skills. You know, learning, getting better, learning
Exactly.
how to trade smaller time frames. You know, how
Yeah,
long
me
have you
too.
been you've been trading for years, right?
Yeah, I mean, I started in 2017, learning about trading and cryptocurrency in 2018. So I just got inside of the bear market from the last cycle. But yeah, trading, I started trading in 2017. And obviously the first 2 years were just really bad. They were just, I was burning accounts, irresponsible trading, not good risk management. And in 2019, that is when I was starting to, you know, pick up, break even, starting to make profits. And obviously now it's just now it's really really good. Now I mean my skills are much better. Risk management is great. I sniper trade so good entry points that is like getting the exact bottom, getting the exact high. And yeah, the skills have gone really good. So for me, this bear market has actually been good to, you know, make some gains and actually accumulate more Bitcoin. So I'm happy, man. I'm a happy guy in the bear market, which is not
Yeah.
usual what you would hear from an investor, right?
Yeah, you know, it's always a trader's market, is what they say. So, what do you
Exactly.
think? Because, you know, we both agree, we think that the halving will lead into another bull market, you know, confluence with the ETF or whatever. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Um, where do you see us going for the next few months right now? Because I'll be honest with you, I was leaning pretty dang bearish up
Yeah.
until recently. I have a short open, and my final
Hmm.
TP is around 16.5K.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so I kind of want to get your take on where we're at right now, because we've got some
Yeah.
weekly bearish divergences, man. So maybe if you want to pull up a chart or something and
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
give
Yeah.
us
Let's do
your 100% guaranteed Bitcoin prediction.
that. Let's do it. Okay. Right. Let me see if you can see the screen right now. So this is the logarithmic. You can see the screen, right? So, I mean, just keeping it simple, right? Logarithmic, weekly. Let's go to the higher time frames. And, you know, something I want to point out, I think, you know, as you asked me, what do I think what is coming in the next coming months? I think it's really good to just pull out the chart, zoom out weekly, logarithmic, you know, seeing what's happened during the last cycles and what we can expect. We can go through the bullish case scenario first, which is basically short-term bearish. But if we were to follow the previous cycles with the halvings here, with this vertical, line right over here, everything points out that we could be seeing some bearishness, to the end of the year and a start of a recovery into the halving or sideways action, and then start breaking through here and going into a massive bull market after the halving, as we've had here during the previous cycles, right? Just after the halving, we enter that massive bull run, for about a year or a year and a half, right? So something curious to see on the previous cycle is like the 4-year cycle is actually, it has been happening, because when you do take a look at the top to the next top, it's been around about 4 years, give or take a few weeks of difference. So it's 4 years from top to top here, and from this top also in December of 2017 to November of 2021, right? There is a few weeks of difference, but overall it's been 4 years. And something really curious, Jason, here, I think you probably know about this, but anyway, just to point out to the community, is this drop that happened here was exactly 1 year of a bearish market, right, from top to bottom. And this exactly happened as well here from November to 2021 to November of 2022. So it's like, come on, this history doesn't repeat, but it technically has been repeating itself. So we cannot deny this. And, this rally that we had also in, beginning of 2019 till July of 2019, is also the same rally that we've had here this year, right? From December of 2022 all the way to around about July, where we were topping out at 31,800, which was that top created in July. And now we've seen a bit of that bearish momentum. So it's like, hey, come on, this is actually mirroring the timing, of the drops and the pumps. So if we were to follow through the previous cycle like we have been doing for the last 2 years, what does it mean? It means that, well, we actually, from July of 2019 down to around about March, of course, we had the C19 crash, which was a black swan event. You would assume that, hey, the next coming months, have to be bearish, very likely, if we were to follow the cycles. So the question is, will this drop create a higher low and not get beneath the low here created in November of 2022? That is the big major question, right? Because of recession, because of interest rates going up,
who knows, some kind of other crazy geopolitical things that are going on as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, also Bitcoin, since its creation, we know that it hasn't seen a proper recession, because the C19 was just basically a flash crash. Basically, it was a panic sell off. Then the money printer got in, instantly, and started printing, trillions of dollars, and we kind of got saved out of that, out of that mess. But the real recession happened in 2008, right? And that was the creation of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin hasn't seen a proper, multi-year recession, basically. So that is the question. Right. What if we are entering that recession at some point, right? In 2024.
What if this whole entire time has just been one giant macro move to the upside? Now we're about to get a macro retracement, like something
exactly.
Insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I guess I know that you must follow a bit of Elliott wave theory, and they're saying, that there has been already like the 5 impulsive waves of a bull market,
right?
And now we're entering that massive ABC correction that could take us down to $9,000, right, in the next coming months. So, I do see the possibility, obviously, when you do align, possible recession, US is in a right mess, worldwide as well, Europe, it's like it needs to happen. We're just kicking the can down the road, right, as they say. And at some point we're going to have to see that 2-year recession. Usually a recession, the worst moments happen in between 12 and 18 months, and then the recovery starts. So I mean, like I said, that is definitely not a possibility, that we are inside a massive macro bearish trend here for a few years. And, maybe the next year also is going to be quite bearish, into 2024.
So are you saying I should short my full account 100x?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it now.
No, obviously, no financial advice. I mean, this is kind of the macro bearish. What if this has been a full year, full 10-year cycle where we are entering, a multi-year bearish momentum before we get a recovery entering into 2025 or 2026. I mean, I'm saying it's definitely possible. We need to take a look at other ideas, but that would be the bearish case scenario, right? Where we enter recession, black swan event, Bitcoin finally breaks beneath the low of November and we do create another low. However, if that does happen, we do very much know that a corrective move is formed by three waves, right? Three macro waves. We've created one here already in 2022, part of 2023 right there. If we were not going to get another high here, then obviously we would be expecting that last corrective wave, in three waves. So dipping beneath $15,000 is just going to be the best buying opportunity I do see available here for Bitcoin.
Agreed.
I mean, $10,000 Bitcoin would be absolutely great. I would be stacking up a few Bitcoin at those levels. That is for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and
yeah,
if we get that lower low, then for certain I'm gonna be buying some on spot as well. I'm not gonna buy any more on spot unless we dip below 20K again. And
yeah,
I've got my orders that I want to place below there, man.
yeah,
So
man, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I've kind of got a
So
similar outlook as you. I have no idea really what to expect, but I know the possibilities and I'm prepared for every one. So that's really all
exactly.
we can do.
Yeah, we need to have some cash on the sidelines, right? Just in case we do get this, major opportunity, because obviously it's going to be great buying opportunity because we know that the adoption is growing. We know there's less Bitcoin on exchanges. There's, the wallets are growing every single day. When you do take a look at the wallets, Bitcoin wallets created, it's in a huge, massive parabolic move. So it's like, this is just going to be a great buying opportunity. I think it will be followed by manipulation, a lot of FUD, scary Bitcoin, is going to zero kind of thing. And it's just going to be a great buying opportunity for the near future because obviously I'm a strong believer that Bitcoin not only will surpass $100,000, but will be going potentially to the millions. Obviously, that is in many years from now. I'm a moon boy, but I'm realistic as well. That is not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
I've already got the bearish thumbnails ready to go for when we come down to 10K, bro. I've been working on my thumbnail face too. Got the red background and everything.
Exactly, man. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, that is the massive bearish case scenario that, let's leave it as it's a possibility. Maybe we've gone into a 12, to 13-year cycle, bullish cycle, and we're just getting into the bearish macro cycle, which we've never seen before. So let's leave it as, hey, it's a possibility. Then there's the
For sure.
white swan event, right? Where there is, the spot Bitcoin ETF getting approved. Everybody wants to buy Bitcoin. Institutions, banks are collapsing. And then people realize that Bitcoin is the safe haven, right? And we get a massive FOMO pump, right? In the next coming 6 to 12 months. Obviously, that is definitely on the cards, of course. And, if we were to follow the previous cycles, then you would just expect a possible correction down to, maybe the 7-8 Fibonacci, because when we do see these corrective waves right there, they are like an ABC corrective move. And from the bottom, you do create, those 5 waves, right? You could arguably discuss that this was, the 5 waves to the upside. And if this were to be the bottom, because we are following the 4-year cycle and the year bear market and the 6-7 months here of bullish trend here, in 2019 and 2023. So this corrective move should not create a lower low if we were to follow the cycles, right? So this low over here, funny enough, on a second wave on Elliott wave theory, the second wave usually goes down in between 50% and 7-8 Fibonacci retracement. In this case, it went all the way down to 7-8 Fibonacci when you get the pivot low here to the pivot high. So hang on a second, this needs to go to logarithmic. So basically going down to that 7-8 Fibonacci with a black swan event. So, I mean, an ultra bearish case scenario for the bullish trend that could, if we were to follow the next cycle, would be coming down to the 7/8 Fibonacci from the low created in November, which would be around about $18,000. So, that
That's
is
a
a
nice
possible.
support resistance flip anyway. I mean, that was the base we had before FTX went down, and then we retested that. So yeah, that would be a nice level to come down to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you do zoom in, you can see that large consolidation here created after the FTX drop, right? So that 7/8 Fibonacci is just lying here at this kind of resistance peak, double bottom. And when you do zoom out, it's not the same, but it's very similar, right? You formed a double bottom here as well back in November, December of 2018, right? So you got that double bottom, and you're getting that bounce here from the kind of the neckline of the double bottom, right? So it's you would say that, hey, there's a possibility of that happening again, right? And I mean, I think there's a lot of people that would want to buy Bitcoin at $18,000, right? So it's
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
it's complicated, right? It's just it's TA. It's just yeah. I mean, I think for spots, I think already $18,000 is great for DCA, and no doubt about it. So, I mean, that would be that like the bullish case scenario if we were to follow the previous cycles. If we were to follow, then price of Bitcoin should not drop successfully beneath $18,000, right? To get into the halving here, and then get into that bull market. So yeah,
Yeah.
pretty simple stuff going with the classic cycles. And then obviously, what if recession kicks in? What if this has been already a macro cycle, and we are looking for that multi-year corrective move that should go into not only 2024, even 2025.
Right.
But I can tell you already, we know that corrective waves are three waves. So one has been created. We are in the second B wave already. Whether that goes to 35 or 40K, if that does drop beneath $15,000, it is time to scoop up some Bitcoin because that will be very close to the bottom. Whether that is 12K, 9K, who cares? Buying at those levels for the near future is just going to be a great opportunity.
Absolutely, my man. Well, bro, I know you're super busy. I don't want to hold you too long. So why don't you let everybody know where they can find you on social media and Discord and all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've got a YouTube channel. It's Andy Bitcoinsensus. You can follow Twitter as well at Bitcoinsensus as well. And yeah, I do daily technical analysis. We do some trading setups. I've got a community as well. And yeah, basically you can find me on YouTube. It's Andy Bitcoinsensus for those daily updates, live stream, just like you, brother.
Awesome, bro. Thanks so much, man. Hopefully next time we talk, Bitcoin's at new all-time highs and you're also on a treadmill.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll just exactly, man. I really like that. I'm definitely gonna do it. Definitely gonna do it at some point. So I just want to share here, the last collaboration that we did. You had your
Oh,
Pikachu
wow.
hat here.
Yeah, look at that.
You
Nice.
got your gym here,
In the
and
basement gym, yeah.
in the basement gym. This was in August of 2021. So that was
Wow.
really, really
Good
cool.
times, man. Good times.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny?
Yeah,
Bitcoin's right around the same price now as it was then. So that's
exactly.
so funny, yeah. All right. Well, everybody, God bless you all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Andy from Bitcoinsensus and Jason Casper. And we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.